This is a Soul Hit production.
You have now tuned into Insight Sundays, the show that brings you relevant news, youth and political topics with a new direction and focus for our communities. Log in with Facebook and get connected. Here's your host, Adrian Mickens.
What's going on, Indianapolis, and welcome to another edition of Insight Sundays right here on AM 1310 The Lights and Facebook Live. As always, we have to give a shout out to all of our sponsors, which are Andrew J. Brown Academy, Indiana Christian Leadership Conference or ICLC, Buttons and Bows Hair Salon, Bethesda Temple Southeast Campus, New Vision Lighthouse Ministries, Hair Artistry Indy, Inner Beauty Program Incorporated, New Breed of Youth, Lighthouse Academy Charter School South and East Campus, Beach Grove Bible Church, Sam Ash Music Store, and remember, vote for William Benjamin for Sheriff of 2018. Again, remember, vote for William Benjamin for Sheriff of 2018. Stay connected with us on all of our social media platforms, which is Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and of course, download our mobile app on the App Store or Google Play. Once again, download our mobile app on the App Store or Google Play, all at the title name of Insight Sundays. As always, Indianapolis, we have another spectacular show for you guys today. This week, we'll be interviewing a Indiana Pacemate by the name of Lauren Graham, right here live at Bankers Life Fieldhouse. Let's check it out. Right now, we are here live at Bankers Life Fieldhouse with Lauren Graham, Indiana Pacemate. We're just going to interview her a little bit to see her journey and her history in becoming an Indiana Pacemate and why she wants to sustain as an Indiana Pacemate and grow. How you doing, Lauren?
I'm good. How are you?
Pretty good, pretty good. I just want to touch bases a little bit and see, when did you know you were called to be a cheerleader?
A cheerleader and a dancer, actually, a little bit different.
Mm-hmm.
I've been cheering since I was in middle school. Mm-hmm. And so I already kind of had that nick for quite a few years. Mm-hmm. When I graduated from college, I cheered throughout college. I got an opportunity to work here with the Indiana Pacers doing a similar type of team to cheerleading. It was more like crowd involvement. Mm-hmm. And so I interviewed for a position. The team was called Boom Babies. Mm-hmm. And so I came here. I became a Boom Baby. I had no idea what being an NBA dancer even was or what it meant or what it entailed. And then when I got here, I saw the Pacemates. And as soon as I saw them, I said, oh, I want to do that.
Oh, that's awesome.
And so it really just kind of went from there. All right.
Well, let me ask you this question too as well. The inspiration from the fans that you get, how many years you say you've been cheerleading here?
This is my fourth year.
Fourth year?
Yep, on this team, yep.
So what's kind of the inspiration that you get from the fans here at Bankers Life?
The fans are what makes it. There's also the dancing aspect, which is, it's just another added piece. And there's so many different pieces that trickle into why, we love doing what we do. But the fans are the people that, they keep us coming back all the time. They're so dedicated. Mm-hmm. Indiana has a truly, truly dedicated fan base, which is amazing.
Yes.
Year in, year out, you see the same loyal fans coming to the games. Every game, doesn't matter who we play, and they're always here. Mm-hmm. They know who we are, and they request pictures and to take pictures, to autograph pictures. Mm-hmm. They're awesome, and they just keep our spirits bright.
Let me ask you this question too as well. Being a cheerleader all these years, can you explain to the young ladies what is the grit and the grind behind the scenes on what it takes? Sometimes I know you guys got to even work hurt sometimes, So what's the grit and the grind that people don't see about cheerleading and dancing for that matter?
There's a lot to it. There's the physical piece, there's the emotional piece, mm-hmm. there's the, social interaction piece. So it takes a lot of different skills in order to do what we do. Mm-hmm. And so I know that sometimes, people might get caught into one piece of it, and you have to realize that, your mindset has to be, full circle. Mm-hmm. You have to make sure that you're not only capable of doing the dance aspect of it, but you also have to be able to interact with the fans and interact with, your coworkers, but then you also have to be able to work well on a team, and you also have to be able to push through 4-hour-long practices. And so, there's a lot of things that are encompassed within just being on the team.
And you mentioned too about, dancing and the dance team and stuff like that. How important is the element of dance correlated with cheerleading?
They're kind of affiliated. Mm-hmm. There's some similarities, but there's a lot of differences as well. Often people call us NBA cheerleaders, but if you think about cheerleading, I guess, as a sport, there's still a lot more. There's tumbling, there's stunting, there's actual speaking of words, and there's a lot of sharp motions. And with dancing, we still have the same goal of trying to lift the spirits of the crowd and to kind of get people engaged into the game to, get our boys to play well. That still exists. But with dancing, there's more of the aspect of, feeling the music and looking as one, as a whole team. And, we try to tell a story with our bodies as we dance and provide entertainment. So, they're a little bit different. I can honestly say that, my background in cheerleading was definitely beneficial for learning and becoming the dancer that I am now. But the two they're still pretty different from each other.
All right. Well, let me ask you this question too as well. My wife and my mother, they're in the hair and makeup salon industry too as well. So preparation for games from an individual base, how is it getting prepared for the games? Is it like chaos behind the scenes, or you have like a certain meditation thing that you do? How do you get prepared for the game?
It depends what part of the preparation process you're in. Every girl does it differently. I like to get ready while I'm here and kind of put myself in the location while I get myself ready for the game. So in terms of getting ourselves ready and makeup and hair, it's usually about 18 girls in a locker room with music playing and about 14, straighteners and curling irons and hairspray and, can I borrow your lip liner? And, what you could typically imagine is pretty similar to what it probably looks like.
All right. Well, let me ask you this question. When the games are over, the lights are out. Everybody has that own secondary personal life of their own.
Right.
And I know that you are an educator. What made you choose to be a mathematics teacher as the second part of what you do based on cheerleading?
I've always had a love for math. And so I remember the day actually when I was trying to choose my major, sitting with my stepdad. And I told him then, I said, I want to major in math, but I don't want to be a math teacher because they don't make enough money. That's what I said. And so then
Tell God your plans. He'll always laugh every time.
Yeah. So funny joke on my part. Yeah. So I ended up majoring in actuarial science, and it took me about 2.5 years of majoring that in college to realize that I didn't want to do that at all. And I really did want to teach, and the money wasn't worth it. And so, I made plans to, try to finagle my way into teaching, which I was able to do so successfully through a transitional program after graduating from college. So, it was a kind of a passion when I was younger. I just didn't really want to go through with it. And then I realized, I should just listen to it.
Well, there's a certain saying called there's strength in numbers. No pun intended to the Golden State Warriors, but there is strength in numbers. So can you speak a little bit about, the sisterhood that you have here with the Indiana Pacemates? I know that you guys, really bond together a lot. I believe her name was Tamara, I believe it is. Tamara, yes. Tamara, that working relationship and the event and stuff that we did, can you speak a little bit about that?
Yeah, the sisterhood through the Pacemates it's so unique. It's so unique. And I'm obviously biased, and I can't say that I've been a member of any other dance team to know what it compares to necessarily, but I do know people that have been members of other teams, and the way that they talk about it and the way that us Pacemates as ourselves talk about it, it's amazing. We've had, I think, 2 different opportunities where we've had alumni events where we've been able to bring Pacemates from decades and decades and decades in the past to all come together and dance together. And those are just amazing events because you see women who are in their 40s, 50s, 60s who, still have a passion for this, and to be doing what they had a passion for that many years ago, it's crazy. So
hello, my name is Crystal Hines of the Inner Beauty Program, where I'm the founder and president. We have been enriching and inspiring and empowering youth ages 8 to 18 since 2002. Our original purpose of the program is to have girls focus on their inner attributes in a world where the outer appearance is the focal point. We have a dynamic staff of women who are here to provide all types of programming for your young ladies, including life coaching, mentoring, tutoring, boot camps, and special events. Please stay connected with us. through our website, myinnerbeautyprogram.org, our Facebook page, Inner Beauty Program Inc., and our mobile app, Inner Beauty. Thank you.
Download New Boy mobile app. Check out our features. Comprehensive homepage. Scheduled events. Real-time notifications. Latest news. Download on App Store and Google Play.
Hello, my name is Sister Ariane Anderson, and I am the Youth Director at Bethesda Temple Southeast Campus. Here at Bethesda Temple Southeast Campus, I have the opportunity to work with children of all ages. We offer so much for our children. They are a highlight of our church. Every Sunday, we offer youth services for our children, and every fourth Sunday of each month, we allow for our children to co-lead our services. Also, our youth nights are powerful. Every fourth Friday at 7 p.m., we come together in unity. During our youth nights, we get to praise, we get to worship, and our children get to fellowship with other children. At Bethesda Temple Southeast Campus, our pastor, Derek and Lady Valerie Miller, are committed to serving our youth. So come out to Bethesda Temple Southeast Campus. It's the place where God is.
Buttons and Bows Nail and Hair Salon welcomes you to our new location at 6233 Allisonville Road, where we service all nationalities. We are a full nail and hair salon. Booth space available. Call 317-362-0323 for more info.
Since 4th grade, Indianapolis Lighthouse College Prep has been my home.
Lighthouse gave me the opportunity to take college classes for dual credits.
Lighthouse allows me to do community service, mentoring younger students.
At Lighthouse, I take classes geared towards a career that I'm interested in.
I'm a Lighthouse Scholar from kindergarten to college.
I am a Lighthouse Scholar from kindergarten to college.
I'm a Lighthouse Scholar graduating this year and on my way to college. Apply at lighthouse-academies.org.
Beach Grove Bible Church. Beach Grove Bible Church. Beach Grove Bible Church. Beach Grove Bible
Church. During the last 5 years, National Heritage Academies ranked in the top 25% of U.S. schools for academic growth.
I'm learning a lot.
We want you to have academic success, but we want you to have emotional success.
They teach me to be a good person.
My children feel very safe.
That's why 92% of our parents recommend us.
We are in the business of producing excellent human beings. That's our legacy to the world.
Hello, everybody. My name is Pastor Aaron Boyd. I'm the pastor at New Vision Lighthouse, and we're located at the corner of 46th and Arlington and Devonton Plaza. We welcome you to come and worship with us every Sunday at 11 a.m. We have midweek Bible study on Wednesday at 7 p.m. Our mission is simply this: to let our light shine in our communities and in our families. You can like us on Facebook, visit us on the web at newvisionlighthouse.com. God bless you. Be careful and be prayerful.
Everybody out there, hey, register to vote. Register to vote. Too many people fought for your right to vote. Register. And then May of 18, come out and remember William Benjamin. Remember William Benjamin. May of 18, we have to vote in the primary. Amp, I appreciate you, man. Thank you for this. Thank you for this opportunity. Thank you.
I just got the best deal on my new guitar at Sam Ash.
I always get advice I can trust.
I got it in time for my gig.
The coolest selection of music and sound gear, always at the guaranteed lowest prices. Sam Ash, the real deal. Get zero interest financing for 24 months with your Sam Ash credit card.
Well, what's the rigorous process, during the summer months every year when it's the next basketball season? And I know you have told me before that everybody has to retry out again.
Yep.
So there's no guaranteed ticket that you're going to make the team every single solitary year. So what's that rigorous process like during the summer months rolling into the fall?
Rigorous is a great word for it. It's long. It entails kind of whatever each individual needs it to entail. But obviously, we know that at the end of the season, if we are interested in being on the season again, we know that it's our time, even though it's kind of like downtime. We don't really have time to slack much. The tryouts for the next season come way sooner than you can ever expect, and as soon as they are there, they are nonstop. The process is so filled with things to do on a daily basis. You don't have time to sleep or to eat or to breathe, basically. But, obviously it all ends up being worth it at the end. But, working out, eating right, preparing yourself like for dancing, not only physically, but then also mentally, being able to catch up on dance routines very quickly. Those are skills that they're easy to lose, or they're easy to kind of slack on if you don't continue to practice them. So we have to kind of make sure throughout the summer that we're continuously keeping things, keeping ourselves up.
Can you speak a little bit about the showcase? I was able to see that you guys do, and it's free to the public, and everybody comes, and you guys just kind of show who you got. Well, it's almost like a pageant almost. You guys just kind of let the public know who you are. How's that like, working with your teammates?
Well, the auditions, there's about a week, sometimes two, that leads up to the showcase, that prepares us for it. And we work really hard to make the showcase look as best as we possibly can. And it's so much fun. It's fun when you're in the moment, but also your heart's, beating 1,000,000 times per minute. So, we kind of get the, both sides of it. But yeah, it's truly a great show. It's so entertaining, and really what we do is, there's obviously the competition aspect of it, but when we're out there on the, on the dance floor, like, we're giving everything that we have got to try to put ourselves back on the team. The girls who are trying out for the first time, like, I will never forget the first time I had my first showcase ever. Awesome. And the amount of effort that you put into it, it increases every single year, because, you want to be back on this team.
Well, let me ask you this question too as well. Once you make the team, as they say, behind every good team is a phenomenal coach. So how is it working with Michelle as the dance team manager here at Bankers?
Michelle is awesome. She's a very, very good combination of relaxed, but also has it together. So, she's strict when she needs to be, and she's chill when she needs to be. And she's very, very easy to work with, very easy to communicate with. And she's done a really, really great job at keeping this team very together. Awesome.
5-10 years down the road, where do you see yourself as a Pacemate, or somewhere in the vicinity of as an instructor? Where do you see yourself in the next 5 to 10 years?
I wish I could be a Pacemate still in 10 years. That'd be great. I don't know if the physical aspect will still be there in 10 years. My knees are already a little achy, so it'd be great, but I don't know if it's feasible. I don't really know. There's still my education portion of my life, and I don't know if I'll be in full pursuit of something further in that, or I do some dance instructing here and there as another job of mine. So I can't really predict the future, but
you see yourself being a principal somewhere someday?
Maybe somewhere administration. Okay. Yeah. I'm looking into it, and or it's going to require a little bit more school for me. So I'm taking my time, especially because right now, like, I know that you only have one life to live, and I'm doing what I can do with myself right now. So this is my main focus. And I'm enjoying my time here, and just living in the moment, being able to do this job while I can. So, I'm not rushing into getting any sort of, into any sort of moving up in the education world until, I have time to do so.
Well, a little on a lighter note, I know that you are from Ohio.
I am.
So I don't know if you are a Cavs fan behind the scenes, but the Indiana Pacers this year, they really are having a phenomenal year. 1 year in which that nobody could really understand what was going to happen with that trade.
Yeah.
And it actually turned out that we got the better end of the stick. So how do you feel about the Indiana Pacers this year?
Just to note for the record, I am not a Cavs fan.
All right.
I never have been. I was actually no NBA team fan prior to moving here to Indianapolis, and that's just because in Columbus there isn't an NBA team, and I wasn't jumping on the Cleveland bandwagon. But you know, I always have cheered on the Pacers ever since I've worked here, and so I truly am a fan of the team, and so when they do well, we are all happy. And so, you know, we cheer and we yell and we scream during those games just as loud as fans do sometimes because we want the win just as badly as they do. So
That's true. That's true. All right. Well, just to kind of wrap everything up, if you can give a quote or comment to the young ladies who's watching right now, or for everybody for that matter, what would you want to tell them about the dedication of being a cheerleader or dancing?
I would just say follow your passion and don't quit. You know, to be completely honest and slightly vulnerable, you know, it took me more than 1 year of auditioning to be a member of this team. And so I think that it's really important for people to understand that, you know, it will sometimes take a little bit more effort than what you might think that it's going to take. And, you know, sometimes you might be rejected and sometimes, you know, it might be more difficult than you anticipated, but don't give up, don't quit, and learn whatever it is that you need to learn or figure out whatever it is you need to figure out, improve what you need to improve, work on what you need to work on. And, you know, that's the only way that you're going to get what you want, you know?
Well, I appreciate your time, Lauren.
No problem.
Once again, Indianapolis, thank you all for tuning in to another edition of Insight Sundays. Make sure that you follow us on all of our social media platforms, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, as well as download our mobile app on the App Store and Google Play. Once again, the App Store or Google Play Store, all at the title name of Insight Sundays, and we will check you guys out next week.
This is a Soul Hit production.